morning, Rebels. Hello. Oh, that's what you do when you go live. You go hello in a very weird voice. Well, that just happened. See, this is the thing. This is why going live anyway is such a good thing to do. Because if I was pre-recording this, I would have cut and started again. But I can't. I'm live. And so we just have to carry on. And the reason why that's a good thing, by the way, is not because it saves time and you're not faffing around with keep doing retakes. Those kind of things are the kind of things that show your personality and show what you're like, show that you're a little bit messy, show that you're a little bit human. And that's a good thing. Those kind of things, those kind of human parts of you are what make your audience start to know who you are, start to be able to know, like, and trust you. So yeah, we'll leave that bit in. We won't cut that bit out. We'll keep it in there. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Going Live Anyway. God knows what episode I'm on. I'll be honest, I've been so busy. All my intentions in the world with this are, you know, the one thing that I'm still committing to is the live. But with these lives, my intention has been to then turn them into podcast episodes and also put them on my own YouTube channel as well. And I've got, you know, other ideas now of other things I want to do with these lives too. But it's just the time it's taken to do those kind of things when I've got such a massive project on. So all of that is on hold at the moment. The only place to catch Going Live Anyway is live with me now, but I am going to get it all on the podcast and the YouTube channel soon. I really need a content. There was a noise and I thought it was the baby, but it wasn't. It was actually the boiler. It was a really like noise though. It really like, what was that? What is everything? It was the boiler. The boiler's screeching at me. Like, why is the boiler on? Is it got cold today that the boiler's turned on? Yeah, I don't know. I'll check that later. Hopefully the heating hasn't turned on because it's not really necessary. But when what I was saying is I need a content distributor. Like, that would be amazing. That is on my shopping list of things I want in the business, is someone who can just take videos and just repurpose them and distribute them for me. Because I find that so time consuming. It takes a long time, even with all the amazing AI tools that we have these days, like Opus and Descript. There are some great tools out there for sure. Right, let me just have a look. Where are we? We in the network? We everywhere? We are. Good morning. If you're watching this on the replay, give me a hashtag replay. Let me know that you were here with me. It is Wednesday today. We have got the Rebellious Business Show happening at 10:30. So I will be live twice this morning. I'm literally checking my calendar because I'm like, is it actually Wednesday? It is. It's mad how fast this week has gone. Today, I'm answering a question from one of our gorgeous new rebels. Her name is Veronica. Welcome to the group, Veronica. And Veronica is asking, how do you build credibility without burning out? And how can you stay affordable without sacrificing your own income? 2 questions in one. I love that. I'm going to come and answer those momentarily. First and foremost, I want to let you know about a couple of things that we've got going on in the background that are now coming into the foreground, which is super exciting. First and foremost, the networking event is happening tomorrow. I don't know if you've seen it or you know about it, but tomorrow we've got the Rebellious Business Network happening. And for the first time, we're going to, well, it's not the first time in a long time, we're going to live stream it into the Rebellious Business Network Facebook group and on the page. So if you have been wondering what one of these events is like, but you haven't wanted to come along, it'll be your opportunity to be a fly on the wall without being there. Caroline, whilst everyone is in breakout rooms, is going to be sharing some really interesting stuff with everyone as well. So you'll be able to watch her and find out what's going to happen there. But we are going to be live streaming that. So tomorrow, which is Thursday at 1 p.m, we are going to be live streaming the Rebellious Business Network. Secondly, I've currently just been playing around with new ads that are almost ready to go live. So you should see this everywhere soon because we want to make sure everyone knows about it. We are launching a new masterclass next week, and I've put together a portal of workshops for you to binge watch between now and then. for anybody that wants to be a network owner and run your own network, you want to check this masterclass out that we're running next week. It's called Launching Your Network Empire. It's called something like Stop Chasing Clients and Start Building Your Network Empire. I think that's the official title for it. But essentially, it's a masterclass where we are showing you how you can build your own network. The Rebellious Business Network has been the most incredible marketing strategy, to be honest, and we've been running it since 2020. It has been the thing that put us on the map. It has been the thing that, you know, has been responsible for the amount of success that we've had in our business. It all comes down to that, and the reason being is it creates such a very warm audience for your business, and you create this essentially this launch audience, as well as have this space where you've got people building connections with you one to many. And what I mean by that is, you know, when you go networking, right, or you're having all these one-to-one conversations, what happens is that you create this bottleneck eventually, because you can't speak with that many people every day if you're speaking with people one-to-one. So what you want to be doing is start getting out one to many and speaking to lots of people at the same time. And one of the best ways to do that is to run your own networking events, or run your own webinars, or run your own live events of some kind, right? And what we're going to be teaching on the masterclass next week is how to do that and build this incredible network / community that really, really supports your business off the back of it. So you run live events as lead magnets that build your list and all the things, build connections with people, and essentially get you out there as a leader in front of a lot of people. And then also off the back of that, you've got this very warm audience, and that is going to really help you with taking things to the next level, right? So we're teaching that next week. So if you want to become a network owner, you want your own Rebellious Business Network, you want that kind of community for your business, you want that kind of networking vibe and feel for your business, or you want a lead magnet that's going to shoot your conversion rate through the roof because it's positioning you as someone with authority, with credibility, and as a leader in your field, as an expert. And honestly, any business could benefit from having a network. If you're a photographer, if you're a web designer, right? Imagine if you had a network of business owners that were showing up with you as the leader in that network, like what that would do for your sales, right? But also for your lead generation, and it's just going to feed the business so much. So I'm going to be talking you through all of that next week. I don't want to get into it too much just now, but I'm going to drop the link in the chat so that you can go get registered for the Network Empire Masterclass, which is happening on the 9th and 10th of July. We've got 2 of them, right? They're both the same, but you can pick which date you want. Reason being, like, some of you are busy and you can't make the first one. Well, we're going to throw another one. Okay, so we've got 2 happening next week. You can pick which one suits you best on that page that I have just dropped into the chat. So there we have it. I am going to jump in and answer this question, which really, I mean, I saw this question. I was like, don't even need to prepare for this. I can just answer it. It is 2 questions. The first is, how do you build credibility without burning out? And the second is, how can you stay affordable without sacrificing your own income? Now, first and foremost, it's a 2-part question, but they're both very related, because what you want to be doing is you want to be building a personal brand. This is really important. Branding is very, very important, because without it, you're in competition with other people on price. How do I stay affordable without sacrificing my own income? Sounds like, how do I compete with everybody else doing what I'm doing so that I can have competitive pricing without undercutting myself so much that I'm not getting paid enough for what I'm doing, and therefore not able to live my life, right? That's what that question sounds like. And I've been there with my physical product business, and I didn't have a brand at that point. I was just selling these physical products. And what happened was I just competed with every single other person selling the same products as me. And I've failed essentially because I wasn't able to undercut the big players with massive warehouses that could get cheaper stock. I had a shed, a big shed, a custom built shed. It was a marvelous shed, but it was a shed, and I couldn't compete with those that had huge warehouses and could get cheaper prices. There's always going to be someone that can get things done cheaper than you, and you don't want to be competing based on price. Like, that is just such a bad way to do things. So you want to build a personal brand, and you want that personal brand to be the thing that sets you apart, because there's only one of it. There's only one of that brand. And so you want people to see your brand and go, right, I want to work with this business because I love this brand. And when I say that, by the way, you might be thinking, well, yeah, but I haven't got physical product business. I'm not selling physical things. Like, how can I make a brand? Well, think about, like, I am a business consultant. I teach people how to build communities and how to get clients for their online business. That's essentially what I do. My brand is Cordelia Kate. It's also Rebellious Business. Rebellious Business is our brand for the company and for our business, but the Cordelia Kate brand still exists. And I'm building my own personal brand as well as my company brand. Now, when I first started out, it was just Cordelia Kate. I didn't have Rebellious Business at that point. It was CordeliaKate.com, and it was Cordelia Kate Limited, and it was Cordelia Kate. Like, that's what it was. And Rebellious Business came later. You start by building a personal brand because it's the easiest thing you can do. And if you're not selling your own time and your own services, and people aren't working with you as your product, then try and personify your business to you as much as possible, your brand to you as much as possible anyway. Because what that does is it brings in the fact that, well, look, here's the thing. There's only one of you, right? We've got 8 billion people-ish on the planet, but there's only one of you. There is no one that can be, you might have a doppelganger, you might have people that are similar to you, but there's no one exactly like you in terms of your personality and how you look, to start off with. But secondly, your life experiences, what you've been through, your values, your beliefs, and all of those things make up you as a very unique person. If you bring that uniqueness into your business and you represent your business with that uniqueness as the forefront of it, what will happen is that you will create a brand that's very unique. And that unique brand will be the thing that sets you apart, right? So that's the first thing. Focus on personal branding so that you can bring some uniqueness to the market in terms of, this is how I do things. This is the way I do things. This is my product. This is my brand. This is my voice. This is my message. And people will then be following you based on that. And that will create, it will create this space where you don't need to compete on price anymore, because people will want to work with you because of who you are, because they feel an affinity with you, right? And that's what you want to be doing. Secondly, how do you build credibility without burning out? So number one, document everything. That is going to give you credibility first and foremost. So if you're getting speaking gigs, or you've won awards, or you've been nominated for awards, or you get a client testimonial, anything that enables you to demonstrate that you're good at what you do, and that's going to help you build that reputation, document it on social media that it's happening as it happens. That's really important. Because if you don't document it, nobody knows it's happening, right? You might think like, oh yeah, that's great, I got nominated for an award, but that's in your head and that's in your email inbox. No one knows about it. You might think, well, I don't want to brag. I don't want to shout about these things. It's embarrassing. People think I've got a big head. Yeah, but honey, if you don't do that, right, the people that don't know you aren't able to get to see that you are achieving things in your field. And if they can't see that, how do they know that you're any good, right? You're not showing these things so that you can puff out your chest and be like, oh, I'm amazing. You're showing these things so that you can help your future clients recognize you as someone that can actually help them, and they need you. And so if you don't show these things, if you don't demonstrate your capabilities and the things that you're achieving, then actually you're doing your future clients a disservice, because they're not going to be able to see you as someone who is a potentially the right one for them. So do it. Think of it like that. You're sharing those things to allow people to see that you can help them and to build trust with them so that they let you help them, right? A lot of niches. I don't know what Veronica her niche is right now, right? One tip I've got for you, Veronica, if you watch this, go to your Facebook profile and make it really clear on your Facebook profile what it is that you do. because I did have a little scoop. I was like, I'm going to go and have a look, do a bit of research, and Veronica, see what she does. I clicked on your name. I went to your profile, and it doesn't say what your business is or what you do. So that's one way in which you can instantly build a bit of credibility right now, is to have it clear on your profile what it is that you do, because otherwise I'm clicking and it just looks like a private personal profile. It doesn't look like someone who is serious about business, or someone who's in business and that's got a portfolio or has got any accolades or anything. It's just a personal profile, as far as I can see. So if you go and if you've got a website, put the link there. If you don't have a website, that's fine. That you don't need one. There are other things that you can put there, but at least like have some kind of call to action in your bio that explains, this is my business and this is what I do. This is how I help people. And this is how you can either book a call with me, or, at the very least, you can suggest that people DM you if they want to talk about this problem, or something like that. And it says in your bio, that what it is that your business is. You can link it to your business page if you've got one, and just make sure that you're very clear on that personal profile. Reason being, well, you're in the Rebellious Business Network. And if you do networking really well, what you're going to do is you're going to be connecting with people in the network by commenting on posts and getting involved and really showing up and being a part of that networking group. And as you do that, people might go, oh, who's Veronica? And they click on you and it takes them to your personal profile on Facebook, which tells me nothing about your business, which means that it creates a cul-de-sac. Like they can't go any further in that rabbit hole of finding out about you. So that's really important. Please make sure that you set up your personal profile on Facebook for that reason, so that when people click on you, they can see what you do. And you might get people come into your world then and buying your products, or finding more about what it is that you do and wanting to talk to you about your products, at least, if you at least have that kind of signposted on that personal profile. It's the number one thing that people overlook with Facebook marketing. Really, really important. Okay, so the other thing is, how do you build credibility without burning out, right? So we spoke about pricing. Pricing and branding they're very together. Like the second part, how do I stay affordable without sacrificing my own income? Don't compete on price, build a brand, and create your pricing based on your brand rather than based on what other people are doing. Okay. That's really, really key. Secondly, the next thing then, how do you build credibility without burning out? Document. That's what I've just gone through. Document. Make sure that it's clear. When I click on profiles as well, that it's clear what you do. Your business is outlined there. But yeah, documenting anything that could give you credibility. The second thing is I would create my own platform. What do I mean by that? Well, if you have your own platform, what that means is you're creating a space where you have your own show, or you have your own space to invite people to and demonstrate your expertise. Could be a show, could be a community, could be some kind of space in which you've got things that are like you've got a hub of resources that people can access, and you've got a space in which you can have as a platform. So I'll give you some physical examples: a YouTube channel, a podcast, a network, a community, a school community, a Facebook group. Those are like the main ones. And they're different, by the way, from an Instagram profile and a LinkedIn profile and a business page. Why? Because they are, number one, they're either spaces that have a higher connotation. So if you've got a YouTube channel, you can like share that with others as a platform to either invite people to come and collaborate with you on it. But the main reason is that if you've got a YouTube channel, it's got a higher connotation in terms of it being a platform. Same with a podcast. It's got a higher connotation. If you just do Facebook Lives and you do a Facebook Live every week, that Facebook Live doesn't really have a home, right? Whereas if you have a YouTube channel and you put your video content on there, there's a home for it. It's organized in that content space. And then also on a podcast, it's organized in that content space, but it's got a higher connotation, and people go, oh, you've got a podcast. Well, that's cool. So start creating a platform for yourself, and instead of just randomly distributing content all over social media, think about, right, where is the home? Where is the platform that I can start creating? And that platform will then become your stage. in which your audience will be kind of gathered around watching that content. One of the best and most easy and simple ways to do this is create a piece of long form content. Doesn't matter where you do it or how you do it, but create a piece of long form content somewhere. A bit like I'm doing now. This is a piece of long form content. I've been live for 20 minutes so far, and I've got 20 minutes of me sharing advice and value and tips and things that are going to be helpful to people in my audience. And that it's really easy how I've done this, because I've just gone and got a question that someone's asked and I'm now answering it live. But what I can do with this afterwards is so much. Like, I could turn this into a blog post. I could turn this into a YouTube video. I could turn this into a podcast episode. So you can have this long form content that you can repurpose into something, right? But then you can also snip it up into reels and put it out as smaller bits of content. So look, number one, in terms of getting yourself out there without burning out, having that key, like one piece that you can repurpose is really helpful. But number two, in terms of tying credibility into that, start creating a platform of your own. And one of the best things that you can do is to build a community. Like, imagine how much credibility there is tied into having your own community, your own network, your own tribe, your own group of people that you are leading. You are the leader of that group. You are leading that room. You are showing up in that space as the owner of that network, as the leader of that network. Imagine how much credibility that's going to give you. I mean, I know how much it gives you, because I know how much it gave me when we launched the Rebellious Business Network. Like, within 2-3 months, I was being, featured in the media. I was given opportunities to be on stage. I was on the panel for the future of networking. I had never had anything to do with networking up until when I decided to launch my own network, which was just off the back of a whim. And then 3 months later, I'm credible enough that I've been invited to be on the panel for the future of networking at this business conference. And one of the people on that panel was the author of Networking for Dummies, right? This is an actual book on many shelves in many shops. And I was like, I really don't know much about networking, but it was just a demonstration of the credibility I had built just from having my own network and getting really loud about it. So having your own space, your own show, or your own platform, your own network, etc., is a really fantastic way for you to build credibility and demonstrate your leadership, demonstrate your expertise, but mainly just bring people together and create a space where you're warming them up, where you're building relationships with them. And as a result, they're going to see you as someone who is an expert at what it is that you do, that understands your field, that understands, how to help them solve their problem. And they're going to come towards you and ask your advice. And they're more likely to do that because you're going to be super approachable, because you're running a community or a network that you're leading. You're in the trenches with the people and you're giving them an opportunity to come and speak to you. Like, that's a fantastic way to build relationships with your audience. By the way, just as it happens, I've got a masterclass happening next week called Stop Chasing Clients and Build Your Network Empire. And you are invited to come and join us. I've already mentioned this already, is why I'm kind of laughing about it. But it's in the chat, right? That link there will take you to go get registered for this masterclass that's happening next week, where I'm going to teach you how to become a network owner, how to launch your own network and run a network that builds you credibility and builds you authority and positions you as a leader and gives you a platform on which you can stand on to essentially demonstrate what it is that you do and how it is that you help people and what your brand is all about. And it gives you a platform on which you can collaborate with others, you can connect with your audience. And I'm telling you, the benefits of having a network that belongs to you, that you are leading, are so many. And I'm going to be going through all of that next week at the masterclass and showing you the strategy for it. Because essentially, at the end of the day, even though it's like the most fulfilling thing on the planet, it is a marketing strategy. And it's a marketing strategy that really works and is very, very powerful, because it's fulfilling as well as high converting. So come and join us on that masterclass if you want to, and you're serious about positioning yourself in the best possible place for high credibility and, attracting your audience that are going to show up and listen to what it is that you have to say and want to be a part of your brand. That is the strategy for you, and it's happening next week. on that masterclass. Go click that link, come join us. I'll see you there. You guys have been quiet today. No messages in the chat. I can see we've had people watching those. So I hope you got some value out of this. What, if anything, is your action step that you're going to take from watching this video? Pop that in the chat or the comments, wherever you're watching this. Pop that in there so that I can see. If you've got any further questions that you want to ask me, drop them in. I am on socials every day asking people's questions. So please do drop them in. Let me know what your questions are. Oh, we've got John Denley watching on YouTube. Love that. Hey, John, on the tubes. Love it. Yeah, drop me any questions you want me to answer, and I will do my best to answer them. Or if you've got some experience to share and you want to share some tips on this subject as well, then please drop it in for Veronica. Takes a village. Like, we need so many perspectives and voices, and I want to hear yours as well. I'm not ever saying that I'm the experty voice here, and I want to hear your tips and your advice as well, because we've got such an incredible network of business owners with such incredible wide span of experience as well. So please do share your 2 cents on this subject. If you've got anything to share, I would love to hear it. Well, there we go. There's another episode of Going Live anyway. I'll be back here tomorrow, Thursday. This week is disappearing. It's mad. But yeah, I'll see you on the show between now and then. We're going to be live at 10:30 for the